Oh, hi everybody. Nobody's here yet. Billy no mates at the moment. Oh, it's Rebecca. Hi. Thought I was going to be on my own for a moment then. Oh, hi Miguel. Hi Cynthia. Hi. Oh dear, I think something's not quite right with my camera today. Oh dear. Hi Shelley. Hi Jade. Oh, is that a bit better? Yeah, I think that's a bit better. You can see a bit more of me, unfortunately for you, but you can see a bit more of me. The camera's over here. The camera should be over there. I've got nowhere to put the camera over there. Hi, Ginger, Sandra, Esther, Roseanne. The weather was sunny today, but absolutely freezing, yeah. Yeah, it's party time, Nature Crafts. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, it looked as though it should be gorgeous today. Oh, yeah, you've got your little Cadbury's eggs, so have I. Paris is back together again. My niece came today this morning to take me shopping. And I said, now isn't that funny? I've got sour, is it called sour cheese and what, onion? We're all the what's today. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Connie. Yeah, my niece came today and I said to her, do us a favour before you go. Will you put Paris together? My hands weren't bad today, but the other day when I was doing the video, my hands just wouldn't grip and she was slippy and I just couldn't hold on to it. It was like, you know, holding on to it, something that was sliding. Oh, Daryl, go away. I'm not shouting out about anything. Oh, honestly, it started already. I don't do shout outs, Daryl, sorry. You never know what I'm shouting out. Yeah, the trolls are very early today. Shall we call him a troll? Shall we call him a troll? We will. We'll call him a troll. Yeah, whistling so soon. And unfortunately, I don't know whether you read the write-up that Sian's not feeling well, so we're one whistle down. Her son had a meltdown and he bit her arm very badly. So my son used to bite, but not to that extent, but he did used to bite. It was one of his bad habits when he was about 2. Oh, you fell down the diamond painting hole. I haven't fell down there. No, no. Yeah, she had a coat on, I know, but you should see the bruise. Oh, what a mess her arm is. The last time I had a bruise like that was when a dog bit me. You've got a pet snail. My son's got 2 little snails, but they live in the fish tank. They're those, you know, the underwater snail type of thing that clean the fish. He's got tropical fish. So. It looks a bit dark in here today. I don't know why. Oh, there was the sweetest little boy in Tesco's today, and his name was Ambrose. I haven't heard that name for years. I thought it was such a sweet name. Oh, Paris, she was, oh God, honestly. I just couldn't hold her. It was like she was just sliding. Hi, Nathan. And she just kept slipping out my hands because my yeah, I just couldn't hold on to her. My hands were cold, even though it was sunny on the decking. It was quite cold, and so as I was trying to grip her, she just kept sliding. We can't get it straight back. She's almost got her eye straight now, almost. Hi, Julia. She's almost got it straight. And we've actually put Velcro on her head now so that her wig stops on. My niece changed her wig and gave her a different one. She's not a blonde anymore. Kira, she called Kira's mum. Kira thought it was called Dolores. Anyway, I've called me big model that I haven't finished padding up yet. I've called her Dolores now. Dolores. Hi, Julia. Oh, I must admit, it was funny. I just thought, I am not going to re-record this. I'm just leaving it in. You know me, warts and all, no editing. Everything that happens in real life, and it could not have been scripted. Oh, she was in my front window one time. She frightened the window cleaner to death. Oh, dear. She needs something to weight her down. She was on a glass square plinth, but there was a bit that went through her leg and through the glass plinth and screwed underneath. And the whole, no, he just jumped very far. But the whole thing's broke. I still got the glass, but the bit that screws to her foot, I haven't got anymore. So I don't know whether to try and glue the plastic. She's on like a plastic cake decorating thing that revolves. So I thought, oh, that'll be easier for me. So I can just turn it around without having to get hold of her and turn around and her arms dropping off and everything. And so I might try and glue. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. I might try and glue the plastic cake decorating plinth onto her original glass plinth. I've got that Gorilla Glue that glues everywhere and makes a right mess. Oh, hi, Mama. Makes a right mess everywhere, that Gorilla Glue. Hi, Jill. Well, I've started doing the cape, you know, for my lady. Well, she's a friend of mine in Scotland. And, oh no, Gigi doesn't like Paris at all. He growls at her. He's, I might not have him. I was supposed to go to Kelly's today, but her eldest boy was sick and she didn't know whether he was coming down with a bug or anything. So she was going to put him back in bed. So I've not heard from her since. So I said to her, oh, I'll go on Monday then if... Well, I'm very sorry about your boyfriend, but he obviously did something wrong if he's in jail. So don't be angry with the rest of us. It's not our fault, is it? And so I was supposed to be going down on Monday. And then I thought, I remembered it's the gardener's day. So I can't go Monday. So I don't know if I can go this week. I wanted to do a joint opening. The Hobium order came and I've not opened it. So I didn't want to open it without Kelly because some of her stuff's in there as well because we did a joint order. But I can't go Monday now. So yeah, you've got a third grandson coming. Woo! I won't get any more grandchildren. I might get great-grandchildren again. Hi, Brandon. How you doing, love? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether I'll get any more great-grandchildren because one of my step-granddaughters has got 4 little girls. Well, big girls and little girls. And my other granddaughter, oh, thank you, Nature Crafts. My other granddaughter has got 1 little boy, but she's got 2 stepchildren. So that's like 3 in the family. So I don't know whether she'll have any more. And then my grandson, he's got a little girl, but he's also got a stepson. So, oh, for goodness sake. I don't care how many accounts you've got. Will you please just stop it? What am I working on today? I am working on getting rid of everybody on here. It's driving me nuts. Oh, I cannot. Right, Miguel, I'm giving you a spanner. Hi, Denise. Denise. Yeah, it is Denise, isn't it? Yeah. I think I was calling the wrong name then, Denise. You're knitting a shawl, are you, Brandon? Oh, that's good. Oh, for goodness sake, stop coming at me with different names, will you? Because you're going, whatever your name you're going to call yourself. Brr. So if anybody comes in that's Jake or Jake's dead dog or something, will you just get rid of him, please? Oh, it's driving me nuts. Usually doesn't start till about 11 o'clock. What do you do with a spanner? Well, if you hover over the right-hand side next to your name, you'll see 3 little dots. If you click on those dots, it gives you a choice of report, remove, put user in timeout, but I usually use the hide user on this channel, yeah? Does that help you, Miguel? He went to a stitch and bitch. I don't care whether he's a blooming American hero. He can just go off my channel. Ah, Sean's here. Sean must be here. Are you hiding, Sean? You can't have a night off. No, I've had to make Miguel a spanner and he doesn't know quite what to do with it. Who the heck is Laurel's Belly Rose? Do you know who she is? Because she's going otherwise. I'm not having all this mess on my channel. Right, hi Sean. Yeah. Have you tried witch hazel on your bruise? My son was a biter, but not like that. Not like that bad. I've had teeth marking me. No, you don't click on your name, Miguel. You go to the right-hand side where your name is. And if you hover over it, 3 little white dots will appear. Yeah? Now do you get it? You got it now, have you? Right, okay. Hi, Claxton Tree Crochet. Hi, welcome. Hi, Madonna. I need to catch up on your videos, Claxton Tree, whatever your name is. Oh dear. I need to take my painkillers. My back's hurting today. But we're not going into that. Well, if you're here for the craft, stop asking me to give you shout outs then. Well, I'm making the cape for my lady. And no, don't click on the troll's name. No, you just click on the side of the troll's name. At the side, the right-hand side, don't click on his name. Just click at the right-hand side of the troll, and there's 3 little white dots will appear. And that's what you do, not the troll's name itself. No, no. Just try having a practice on. Just don't click on anybody, but just have a practice with somebody who's on here now. Just go to the right-hand side of what they're saying. Go to the right-hand side, and 3 little white dots will appear. Yeah. Oh, I know. It'll go all colours of the rainbow. Gosh, I'm getting hot. Hi, I see Anna. Hello, how are you? Oh, I hate the trolls. They get on your nerves, don't they? Keep mithering. Yeah, well, I'm doing the hood bit. I haven't finished the cape, but I'm doing the hood bit. I thought I'd have a change. I thought I'd do the hood first. And now I don't know where my hook is. Oh, that's the cape bit I'm working on. Woo! It's got to go down to the floor level. And oh, lost. And this is the hoodie bit. You're on alert now. Okay. The shawl I'm wearing is it's actually, let me stand up. It's actually from what's it called? Doris Chan's Everyday Crochet. It's a waistcoat, and you can see the end of it. And it ties in the middle bit there. And I don't know what the wool was. I think it was a gift from somebody. And I can't remember who. I'm terrible. I don't think I bought it. I think it was... It's a dead easy pattern to do, Denise, if you've not done the Doris Chan. Once you get in the hang of Doris's, she does everything like top down, and you've got to do these increases for here and those increases for there. It's definitely a many stitch marker job. Right, this is my hood. I've designed it myself because I'm not using a pattern. So that's the end of the hood. And I'm hoping this is like the bit that goes round the face. That's what I'm trying to copy. There's no pattern. But she wants the hood that long, so I'm about here on the cape at the moment, and I think I've done enough on the hood now. But we shall see. I'll try it on the... I'm not trying it on Paris in case she falls to pieces again. It's funny, everybody who dresses Paris, it's not a pattern, unfortunately, Anna. Oh, you mean this pattern? It's in a book. You've got to get the whole book. It's called Everyday Crochet. It's a pattern that... oh, hi, Donna. It's a pattern that when you first start doing a Doris Chan, you'll throw the book and the pattern across the room a couple of times because I did a lot of swearing the first Doris Chan. Yes, I have. Oh, what's just happened here? Yeah, I've crocheted for dolls. I haven't got an American Girl doll because they're too expensive over here, but I've got one that's a similar size, although I think it's a bit narrower than the American doll. I've got quite a few patterns that I've bought. No, the cape doesn't have a pattern. No, she sells them on Etsy. There are a few crocheted cape patterns on Ravelry that are free. No, it wasn't a harp. It was a notification that I had some message or other. No, I can't play the harp. I'm not an angel yet. No, I said everybody that dresses Paris up picks a different... Oh, Shy Shard. Picks a different wig for her because she's got about 6 or 8 wigs. And Kelly chose the long dark brown wig. And I put a blonde wig on her. And my niece has put her a dark brown one on. Oh, I love Doris Chan, yeah. She did drive me nutty when I first started doing her things, though. Oh, for heaven's sake, will you just go away, the blooming lot of you? Oh, they're driving me nuts today. Jumble sale is where people take their things and donate them for free. It's a bit like a charity shop, but it isn't. It's usually held in a church hall or something, and you take anything in there. Yes, you did get rid of him. Thank you, Miguel. You take anything in there. It can be jewellery. It can be, I don't know, ornaments, vases, as well as clothes. It can be anything. And they sell it in order of like funds for the church usually or whatever. Yeah, the Women's Institute. It's usually for funds. Whereas, yeah, it's a bit like charity shops, but charity shops, it goes to a certain charity. But of course, a lot of the money from those kind of places like thrift stores goes to pay the people who serve in there, unless they're volunteers. And the overheads, like for the shop and that. But if it's a jumble sale, the church hall or the WI Institute usually lets people have the stalls for free. Yeah, a bit like a flea market, but you don't have to pay for a stall. It's just like everybody takes everything in. It's not, you don't keep the money that's from your stall. It all goes to the church or to the Women's Institute, yeah. So things are usually quite a lot cheaper in one of the jumble sales. Hi, Cynthia, Rebecca. Who else have we got? Tammy. I've missed somebody else as well. I've obviously missed Dee. Oh, yeah, hi, Dee. If I put my head down to crochet, about 6 people come on, do, and I miss them. My niece, oh, for goodness sake. I don't know what you get now to be a pillock, but you are. Grace might be watching, yeah. She sometimes watches, but she doesn't comment, yeah. Right, I'm hoping that this row now is the last row on the hood. Then I've got to sew it together and see. Yeah, GB Maltese, yeah. She sometimes is on here, but she doesn't speak, yeah. She's a lurker. Aren't you, Grace? Right, I'm hoping this is long enough or big enough to drape. I did all this, like, making up the pattern in my head, so I don't even know if it's going to work. Oh, you're on here live? I missed that, yeah. You're a lurker as well, are you, Jill? Well, we'll let you off. We don't mind. Don't mind anybody lurking as long as they're not rude with it. Just don't like the rude ones. Yeah. Oh, I had a, you know, I told you I'm not doing any more custom requests. I've had 2 so far. One was I'd reduced a little baby's maternity jacket down to £10. And a woman wanted me to make it for her for bigger, and I went, no. I said, I've just reduced it because it wasn't selling, so I'm not making another one. And then another lady showed me this magnificent bag. It looked like more like macrame. And I thought, oh, no, I'm not even attempting that. And it had really, really fancy handles. And you kind of know that the lady would want those fancy handles. So I've said, no, thank you. I'm very sorry. I'm not taking any more orders. It just makes me stressed. Let me see. Oh, gosh, that is heavy. That is really heavy, that glass head. Right, let's try the hood for size. See if I need to do any more rows. Yeah, I think I maybe do, because it's not like draping enough. I'm working on the hood of a cape. It's a long, like a hood. Hopefully I'll sew it together and you'll be able to see it, yeah. And I think I need to put one more colour. Oh, that is so heavy. Oh. Well, it is for my little hands. Can you see Paris's new dress? It's a little strappy lumber. I got it. And I've got some more, actually. I haven't even opened them. They came yesterday. come from everythingafiver.com, you know. No, the cake part's not done yet now. Chance. Janko the super fan. Oh, you must be joking. That's not another troll coming back again, is it? Thinking I'll let him stay if he says that. Right, I'm going to open her dresses. You know, everything a fiver. I really, really spend a lot on this mannequin, don't I? I've forgotten what I've ordered. Let's see what I ordered for her. Oh, that doesn't look like what I've ordered. Oh. Can't get in. I have to get my handy dandy scissors out. I'm not like Z, I haven't got a knife. Oh my God. This is supposed to be one of these bandage type dresses. Oh, it's got grip for her boobs. Oh dear. There it is. It does look like a bandage, doesn't it? God, if she gets in that, she'll do well. Oh, it's all right. I answer to anything if it's not rude. Oh my goodness me. I think she'll need the grippers on this to hold it up, won't she? Oh, dearie me. I couldn't even get that round my leg. It's got a little zip down the back. I just wanted plain dresses for her that, you know, won't distract from what I'm showing. Now, this doesn't look like anything like what I ordered. Oh, it's nice soft material, this one. Oh yeah, I think she'll look nice in that one. Yep. It's got little eyelets at the hem. Not the hem, the drop waist. Yeah. You're a lurker. Yeah. Oh, you can lurk all you want, Denise. It's okay. Oh, it's nice and stretchy too. Yeah. I quite like that. Colour's a bit more. Who's that? Who's that? Duh. Might be Kelly. Might be Kelly. Let's have a little look. No, it's Trev. He said he'd be on later. Hey, Trev. I'll tell him his public is waiting. Oh, Jill's in hospital. Oh dear. Give her our love. Put my phone down now. Sure I won't get any more messages. No, he's coming later. He must be in the pub. I sent him a message earlier. Yeah, quite not bad for a fiver, are they though, these dresses? Yeah, it's got it all around the bottom as well. Around the bottom. At the front as well. I've not had pancreatitis, but I would imagine that it's painful. Trev's so dreamy, is he? Right. Have you met him? I never have. I don't even know what Trev looks like. We just go by his personality on here. What, Isaac's little corn snake. He's cute from a distance, Isaac's little snake. Yeah, well, make sure Lady Jane doesn't go galloping off, will you, Miguel? Now the hens are out. He's got a hen that's... Trev's missing a front tooth. I've never seen Trev. I know he said he's got a front tooth missing. That's maybe why we don't see him on his videos if he's got a tooth missing. Last time I asked him, he said he was going to try and find it. He has the tooth somewhere, yeah. Yes, send our love to Jill and tell her we hope she feels much better. I would imagine it's painful. As I say, I've never had pancreatitis, but it sounds painful. I don't mind, what they called, like a lizard type of thing. I'd rather have a lizard than a snake. People are people, whether they've got no teeth or not. I was watching a program about a hospital last night, and this lady, she was in, bless her, I mean, she was about 80 odd, and she had no teeth. Talk about gurning, and she was eating this sandwich, and I was just fascinated. Because she wasn't eating it with her mouth open or anything, you know, you couldn't see she had no teeth, but you just presume she had no teeth by the shape of her face. And she was chewing and chewing and chewing. You prefer no teeth, do you? Right, okay. I'd like a sugar glider. What's one of those? What's a sugar glider, Miguel? A rodent? Oh no, I don't want a rodent. I've had mice, but I wasn't keen. They used to bite me when I had to change them. They were my son's mice, but of course, you know what kids are like. Oh, I like little squirrels, yeah. I like squirrels, but I don't know whether I want to keep one as a pet. Yeah. Oh, garden snails. I'd just chuck them in the bin. Protected by law? I don't think they are. We all throw them away and throw salt on them and stuff. Kill them. Don't think they're protected. Our snails, you can have them if you want. Oh dear. I have slugs and snails in my garden and they really annoy me. Don't say anything, but I used to throw them in next door. Their garden's just like a wilderness. Oh. So I just chuck all the snails in their garden and think, well, you can have a field day chewing on their 6-foot grass. Yeah, you want a sugar glider. Certain species, I wouldn't like to keep them like as pets. I mean, some of these little pets are lovely, aren't they? But I don't really think that they're, you know, they're pet type pets. I'd rather prefer them in the wild, although maybe, you know, they're getting killed off in the wild. But a friend of mine has rats, yeah. Grass, it's Pringles tonight. Pringles, they were on offer. Sour cream and, what is it? Sour cream and onion. Hi, Janet. They don't live very long, do they? Oh, hi, Bear. They don't live that long, do they? Rats and mice and things. Our mice never did anyway. We just got used to the things when they died on us. Both of our mice got tumours and died, yeah. Goldfish, oh God, we had a goldfish called Jaws. Oh, I seen that spider on a photo. That was scary. Yeah. My son kept ferrets, but he didn't spend enough time with them, so they started biting because he didn't handle them enough. So they went into the wild. Well, not into the wild. They went into a zoo. Yeah, that spider looked just like a branch. It was scary, that spider. You want a peacock? Oh, I wouldn't. Oh, God, snails. No. There's snails in my garage. I can see the snail trails going all over the garage. Ooh, they're horrible. Yeah. Wouldn't know what an African snail is. Well, I've just took my painkiller, so I might be a bit. I like peacocks to look at, and I like to see them in a garden circuit. When you go to one of these stately homes, and they're walking about. I like to see them there, but I wouldn't want to see one kept in captivity or in some kind of a cage. There's certain animals I don't think that they should be in captivity. They should be walking around, yeah. Oh, Roseanne, that sounds disgusting. A £5 snail wandering there. Oh, no. There. What havoc will it do to your garden? No, it's just plastic, I think. Just plastic. Nothing that exciting. Oh, I wouldn't want to keep one as a pet. Oh. We have rabbits in the clough down the bottom, but I've never actually seen one in my garden. Not saying they've not been in the garden, but I've never actually seen a rabbit. Got squirrels, see squirrels. But, oh, thank you, Rebecca. It's only a cheapy one from, like most of mine are from, it's an eBay bargain. I keep breaking my necklaces. So I've got bits of beads all over the place. I keep saying I'm going to rethread them all, but I never will. One of them was a really nice necklace that I really, really like. So if I rethread any, I've got to rethread that one. But the other one, I mean, the beads drop all over the floor. Gigi breaks them. He puts his feet in them. Breaks them. And, oh, roosters are noisy, yeah. When we went to Turkey, years and years ago, me and a friend went to Turkey. We got woken up every morning. If it wasn't the bloke shouting, from the top of that temple thing, whatever it's called, going, Allah, every morning, it was this flipping rooster. Oh, squirrels are cute, though, aren't they? Come on, they are cute. I've got one that he doesn't live in the garden, he just visits me. He comes up to the patio door sometimes and taps. I've had to stop feeding him, though, because he kept digging holes in my lawn, burying anything I gave him. No, this one's not red. He's grey, but he's got little tinges of red on the end of his spikes, yeah. Oops. Hi, Blossom. light keeps going dimmer. I feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I've still got vertigo. I shouldn't have done that. Everything was going round there. Whee! That's without any alcohol. The world was spinning. Yeah, there used to be rabbits when we lived in Wales, but then that myxomatosis scare. Hi, Nan. I hope the bulb's not going to pop. It just doesn't look as bright as it usually does. I keep going really dark on the screen. Yeah, I don't really remember myxomatosis. It must have been in the 50s, I think. And no, I'm not going to beam me up, Scotty, no. Look, it's gone dark again. Can you not see it? Gone dark. I keep having to move about. It's just gone dark. I feel like I'm in the shadow. Look, it's gone light again now. Hi, Tommy. Well, it's better late than never, isn't it? The gang's not here yet. We've got a couple of missing links. We've got Trevor's missing. He's coming later. Kelly's not come on because her elder boy has not been well all day. So she's probably gone to bed, probably. I'm not sending her a message now because it's 10:15. If she's not on now, she never will be. I've done 5 now. I'm waiting. Now Paris has been put back together again. I'm hoping to take some photos. I was going to take photos today, but I fell asleep. I'm such a, yeah, girl about town. Grace, where's Grace? I haven't seen Grace. How do you know Grace is on? Have you got a sixth sense or something? Yeah. Have you been watching Kelly's latest videos? She's been doing all these ones about planning food. It's she made me feel guilty actually, because when I went to the store today, I thought, no, I'm going to use some things out of my if Grace is there, you've got me fooled because I haven't seen Grace. If you're there, Grace, hello, Grace. So she made me feel guilty, Kelly. So I've actually crochet cardigan book. I wouldn't say a book. There's some good sort of videos in there on. I mean, Bob Wilson 123's got a basic cardigan, hasn't she? And I like the one that Kendra, what's she called, Happenstance Place does. I think it's called the Brackenridge cardigan or something. That's on Ravelry. But most books you can get like one cardigan that you like and then the others you don't, yeah. Nan, it costs so much money to post anything to me. Honestly, it really does. I'm not being ungrateful, but it really costs a bomb to send anything to me. You know, I mean, oh God, I've got all white now. There's something happening with this PC or with this light. Yeah, I like most brands. Yeah, most brands, but it's just so expensive to send it. That's why I don't sort of dissuade people from sending things to me. But you know, I fully understand when they go to the post office and it's like the bill. You know, I just sent a box of parcel box to somebody in the States. She's a very, very good friend of mine, and she's been very, very good to me in the past. So I decided I would send her a box of things, and it cost £51 to send a box, and it wasn't that big of a box. It was more than what was in the box. Yeah, I just posted a cardigan off as well. Not a cardigan, a sweater off. Yeah, just posted a sweater off, and that was nearly £17 just for a sweater to go. It wasn't that heavy. It's just absolutely ridiculous, the international postage. That's why I never say to anybody that I want anything, because I always say, go to the post office first and check. Hey, Ian, you been out tonight? Okay, Sean, yeah. Yeah, the postage costs are just absolutely ridiculous. They never used to be that bad. It just suddenly got up with such a woof lately. Yeah. Trev messaged me to say he's going to come on later. So, yeah. I know, Nan, but, it's just going, you're just going to faint when you get to the post office. I mean, I don't do any giveaways anymore because most of my people are in the States. And, I can't say, well, I'm having a giveaway, but I'm only posting things out to the US, because that's just not fair. So I'd rather not do it, because it upsets people when I say that, I can't afford to post things. Even the smallest things cost so much. The last time I had a giveaway, it cost me £100 to send out things to people. And there were only little bits and pieces that I'd got for people, like a little bag or a little whatever. And yeah, I know you could do a pattern. Oh, hi, Anna. But it just doesn't seem like a gift, really, saying I'll pay for your pattern on Ravelry or something. But the only thing worse is I used to send things to Rose in the Philippines. Oh, giddy hand. I think the last time I sent her a parcel, that cost me about £70. So I've had to say to her, I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore. I just send her like a gift thing now, so she can go and buy her own. It's not the same, because she loves having, yarn from England or yarn from the US, but it's so expensive. I mean, other people used to send her things from the US because she loves like Red Heart and that. And, but yeah, sometimes I pay duties, yeah. I mean, the last time somebody sent me a gift, not the last time, the time before that, I had to pay, I think it was about 20-something pound to get a gift. So, I mean, it sort of spoiled. It spoiled the thrill of getting a package, from someone. And oh God, yeah, I didn't even tell her that I'd had to pay, the duty on it, because it would have spoilt it for her, wouldn't it? She thought she was doing me like a favour and, doing that for me. So I hated to say to her, that I'd had to. We do have some yarn stores over here, but we don't have anything like Joann's or anything like that, or we don't have anything big like that. We just have little yarn shops, or I do most of mine online, because it's cheaper. The last order I placed with Hobby, the one Yeah, I suppose I could do that, Nathan, but, you know, it's kind of awkward. I've tried. Certain people in the US won't accept. Oh, Brandon, okay, love, you have a nice sleep. Well, the last parcel I sent, I put some Cadbury's chocolate in because I know that English Cadbury's chocolate tastes so different than the one you get in the US. And it was all melted when it got there. It was just all, yeah. So I'm like, oh my God. No, not usually. Well, I don't know it. I don't know how they manage to estimate how much you owe. I suppose maybe people might be a bit too truthful, you know, on the on the customs slips. You know, I'm never truthful on my customs slips. I always put, oh hi Magali. I always put things a bit less. I always tell my people when I've quoted for them that I put less, you know, than what I charge them, because if it's over £50 or something like that, they tend to have a look inside, you know. So none of my packages ever say that they're that much money. I have learned to keep it to myself. All right, what colour shall I do next? I've got greens and everything. What colour shall I put at the end? I've got bottle. Got the light green, got the tan. Maybe I should put, I don't know, some of the mingle green. I haven't watched that one with Crystal yet. I love ice yarns, but I must admit that I've really got into what do you call it? Hobby. HOBB. Double I. I've really got into their yarn. You had custom charges of £11.70. I remember watching Inside Number 23. She hasn't done any videos since she had a baby. And she bought a wool winder, a wooden sort of wood wind from America, and she had to pay, I think it was about £27 duty on it. She finished up paying about £60 for this winder. Oh, the crater might fill in, Shad. You know, if you got any fat on your, you know, on your cheeks, it might fill out a bit. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I'm not into those diamond paintings. Ridiculous prices. It gives your face character, Shad. Yeah, as long as the cancer's gone, what does it matter if you've got a crater? My Mother's Day meal was quite nice, yeah. We went to one place and it was, I'd like to go back actually because it was like a market, but it was closing up when we got there. And there was a shop there that was more or less saying it was bohemian and whatever. So I would love to go back and, you know me, have a good look at what's in that place. But you've only got to say only got to say boho to me and I'm hooked already. I follow all the Bohemian channels on Facebook. Not that I can afford their prices. I'm afraid I have to wait till something comes on eBay second hand. I have had some nice ones though, some nice hippie things, yeah. Oh, the price of shipping for ice yarn is expensive, but I always say to people, work out how much you would have to pay for that type of yarn where you're living. And if it works out dearer, then don't buy it from ice, yeah. But I usually find that, you know, the price of the ice, man, it's gone up a lot. But like the cottons and that was so much cheaper even when you add the postage on. What I do is I see how many balls of yarn I've ordered and I add it together with the postage and see what the amount is. Then I get the calculator and I put the full amount down, and then I divide it by, oh, excuse me, I divide it by how many balls I've ordered. And if it's more than what I want to pay, then I don't order it. But usually it's still cheaper than what I can get. You know, for example, like organic cotton over here in the UK, you know, from Serda or somewhere like that, is about £5 something a ball. Whereas even with postage and everything from ice yarn and that, it's still less than £3 a ball. So to me, it's still cheaper. I mean, maybe you can get organic cotton cheaper in the US, but we can't get it cheaper over here. It's people like Rowan and that do it over here. And they are, you know, top price yarns, yeah. Oh. Oh. You've got a bull. Yeah, you have to be. I mean, Hobie is good because if you order £60 worth of goods, which isn't difficult when two people are ordering, it comes post free. So, you know, that isn't too bad. Kelly and I have done the joint order. I haven't opened it yet. I was hoping to open it with Kelly, but I think I'll probably have to do a video. Oh, sorry about it. I'll have to do a video on my own, I think, without waiting for Kelly, because I don't know when I can get down. I was going to go Monday because I don't think I've got Gigi on Monday, but yeah, we'll watch Crystal's video. I just haven't got around to it yet, Miguel. So, yeah, yeah, I've tried Hobium. They're nice as well. Oh, God. What is wrong with me? Yeah, I just chose Hobby because, yeah, the thing with ice yarns is it isn't like American thicknesses of yarn. They don't have like your number 4. Like most people, well, a lot of people crochet with number 4, don't they? Because you get people like, what's she called now? DOY Creations. If she orders anything that's less than a 4, she thinks it's all thin, yeah. I don't find the website too difficult, actually. But I do mine on the computer. No, you look at what type of yarn you want. There's like drop downs, isn't there, for yarn types. And if you're looking specifically for cotton, you look on the yarn tags and then you look for cotton and then it brings it up, yeah. Yeah, I need to pour myself a coffee. It's 10 o'clock. Is it? No, 11 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Yeah, I haven't seen. There's so many videos I want to watch and I haven't seen them yet. You know, Christopher the Secret Yarnery. Everybody's been doing these Vader things and I can't keep up with everybody. I've been sitting in front of the computer all day long. I don't know how you all keep up with everybody. The only thing to watch out with Hobbit is they call their yarn like 8/4 or 8/8 if you're ordering cotton. I mean, they don't use thicknesses type of thing that you're used to in the US. They're using more like European type thicknesses of yarn. Like they say double knitted. But they do, if you look down, they do give you an idea of what hook or needles you should be using. So that usually gives you a hint. But I must admit, you do have to guess. But it doesn't bother me because you know me, I don't tend to crochet dead to a pattern. I just tend to faff about while I get it right. Yeah. You know, I don't like, even if it says 4 yarn and it's American pattern, I'll fiddle about and use double knitting. Oh, that was good. I've got a flask of hot water. I forgot to put the coffee in it. Oh, I told her I wasn't with it. Yeah, I think I'll have to go and add. I'm going to have to add some. I won't mind, but I stirred it all up as well. You'll have to excuse me for a moment while I go and put some coffee in my water. Yeah, I gave it a right good stir as well. I'll be back in a moment. If I can get past my box of yarn. I've boxed myself in. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. Hey ho. Hey ho. It's like my flask stir. It's a chopstick. Oh my God, Parish, yeah. Oh, like a tune here. Sounds like last orders at the pub. Oh, honestly, I'm such a dumbo. I can't believe it when I just poured it up. Ian chopped up your message. Oh, you chopped up your message. So I said, Ian chopped up your message. Yes, I did send Z some tea. That was the box that cost me £50. But she's worth it. I gave my husband his bell back. He had a bell in the front room. And it just sounded like they were... yeah, Rainbow Cotton 8/4 is fine. It's like the very fine ones I was using. And if you have 8/8, that's more like the double knit. 8/4 is very thin. A granny square kimono. Huh? I've made a granny square coat and I never wear it. I know I said to Z, if it's a hole in the pavement, she should sue them. Now, mine was a ship's bell. My ex-husband had everything to do with ships, and that's why we have wood and everything. So I took it down. Yeah, you see, we don't have anything in the UK like AC Moore, Joann's, whatever. And our Walmart, our Asda Walmart, doesn't sell yarn at all. In fact, I don't think any of our supermarkets sell yarn. Yeah, I remember that time, gentlemen, please, let's be having you. Haven't you got no homes to go to? That's what they used to shout in our pub. Time, gentlemen, please. I never said ladies. I always used to say time, gentlemen, please. Maybe they thought the ladies wouldn't. Oh, I've got one new follower on Instagram. How nice. I never use my Instagram. I'm really. Yeah. Ain't you got no homes to go to? Our landlord used to shout. I've got to get up in the morning for a delivery. I've never seen them in any Asda's or Sainsbury's near here, Nathan. Maybe you live in a nicer area than I do. We've got an Asda. It's part of Walmart, but we have never seen any in our. I mean, at one time somebody said Sainsbury's had Red Heart, but oh, that sounds nice, Ian. Yeah, I never do any cows or whatever. I usually crochet too fast, so I get bored waiting for the next lot of instructions to come through. You know, when you have to wait for a week or a month or whatever for the next little bit of it. I just get so fed up, I just don't want to do it anymore. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, we don't have any of these like yarn sales or whatever you want to call them, you know, yarn crawls. We just don't have enough wool stock. Oh, that's nice, Donna, yeah. I just never do any cows. I don't know why. Also, I'm a rubbish at... Oh, hi, Ethan. I'm rubbish at watching videos that last about an hour. I just am. I'm just like, oh, God, an hour, no, I haven't got time to watch that. And I put it on one side to watch it later, and I never do. I love videos that are about 30 minutes long. I'd rather somebody made a video for 30 minutes every day and do one video that lasts nearly 2 hours, you know. I just cannot do that. No, I keep saying I'm not buying any more, and then I got asked to do all these little Bolero things in organic cotton. God, these scissors wouldn't cut through anything. Yeah, Z's been making some nice like cowls and shawls, hasn't she? Hopefully I've done enough on this hood now. Yeah, she was hurted because she'd fallen over. I spend more time on the floor than I do standing up, so I'm quite used to falling over. Oh, my yarn. I've told Kelly, I said, can you get the weekend away from the kids and help me sort mine out? Yeah, she fell down. She fell down a hole. I mean, if it's on the pavement and it's a hole and she put her foot in it and she fell over, then, she should claim against the whatever it is, the government or council or whoever owns the pavement. Shouldn't believe in big holes like for people to fall down. Yes, and sometimes actually spraining your ankle can hurt more than breaking it. I snapped a tendon one time between my ankle and my knee, and it took forever to mend. They gave me like a soft plaster, if you know what I mean. It was like one of those, like bandages that stick to themselves and stick to your leg. But it wasn't like a plaster cast or anything. But oh God, it didn't hurt for weeks. It took me a long, long time. I was walking on my tiptoes for ages. I couldn't put my ankle down. Yeah, a bad sprain. I'm sure it's worse than a break. Because at least with a break, you have a plaster cast on, don't you, to hold it straight. I'd like to go through all my bits in the garage and, wind it all on the winder into little cakes, yeah. I can believe it, Tammy. My arm still hurts from when I fell over the last time. It's not broken. It's definitely not broken. Yeah. Yeah, she should see. She should do something. If she's fallen down when she's at work, and there was a hole that shouldn't be there, then she's... No, I haven't got my bedroom done. One of the ladies that was going to help me to do it, she's been in Poland for a fortnight visiting her family. So, oh gosh, if you saw all the oddments and stuff I have that I need to get used up, I could make several blankets with all the stuff. Keep that burn dry. Don't be putting anything greasy on it. The last thing I broke was my finger. It's still not right, that finger there. That one. They don't do anything for it. They just strap it. It's still very painful at times because now it's got arthritis, hasn't it? That was in a taxi door. This guy was shutting this. It was a sliding door on the taxi, and he was shutting it and sliding it. But I had my finger in the hinge. Oh. Oh, I used to do that, Sandra, and I didn't have much. I used to know exactly what I had. It was all on my computer. And every time I used anything, I used to take it off and, like you can on a computer, can't you? You don't have to cross it off and rewrite it. But I've got so much now, it would take me forever to do it now. But it was so handy because, you know, when you wanted to make anything, you had to just look in the book and find out exactly what you got. It was brilliant. I'm sorry I didn't carry it on. Laziness, that's what it was laziness. Because every time I used to get new yarn, I used to put it on the computer. Oh. We should stop telling me things. Oh gosh, mine's been fingers and toes I've broken mostly. I'm a damn hand at breaking toes. Yeah, I've sprained a lot of things, but actually breaking things, I've been quite... Oh good, I'm glad your whiplashes. Mine still aggravates me at times. And they were years ago when I had my whiplash. Do you lend him out, Sandra? I tell you what, you'd lose him for a week if he went in my stash room to to do it, yeah. Or tell a lie, I broke my shoulder, yeah. Yeah, I've had knee surgery, but that was a new knee. My shoulder break was the worst, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I'd just keep it dry. Yeah, fly him over. I could do with somebody organising. I just wish that somebody lived nearer. I mean, Kelly helps me when she can, but like she's only got a certain length of time because she has to pick her kids up, you know, from school and stuff. Yeah, my biggest thing at the moment is my back. I mean, I've had it operated on. But the kind of thing I've got is degenerative, so, you know, there's nothing much can be done, so it's no good moaning about it. I just keep going, oh yeah, that's me. It says Knitting Queen, actually. It was bought for me. Oh, look at the lipstick on it. By somebody who obviously doesn't know how to crochet. Yeah, my back is very, very painful, but yeah. But they've told me that if I have another operation, there's no guarantee it'll be a success, and I would have to have a longer rod put in, and that would affect my mobility, you know, like bending over and stuff. So, oh, I've had to do that, Ian. And it killed me. My back was just, oh. I kept saying, I've got to start my back. I've got to start my back. And they kept saying, no, keep going, keep going, keep going. I thought, what the hell? My son was the king of broken bones. He was very accident prone when he was little. Yeah, osteoporosis and spondylitis, yeah. It's basically your bones crumble. It's like a calcium. I had hysterectomy when I was 33 and they never told me to take additional calcium. And I didn't. So when I was in my 60s, they discovered, well, my 50s, they discovered that I had calcium deficiency. And so I won't say I was pretty annoyed about it, but you know, you would think they'd give you the heads up, wouldn't you? Sue is doing well. Her little puppy's on the way to being trained. He's still going for a walk, miles and miles for a walk and coming back. And peeing in the garden. And sometimes he's pooping in the house, which is they're trying to cure him of, obviously. And yeah, I had a spine fusion and a rod and pins. The last time I had an X-ray, they said, "Oh wow, what an impressive metalwork you've got in your back." I think, yeah, okay, very impressive. It's not impressive on the inside when it's hurting, yeah. But you have to keep going. It's no good in moaning because it doesn't do a damn thing. You can moan all you want, but it won't make any difference. Nobody's going to wave a wand. Oh, what the heck's that? Something about a wigwam or something. Wittam. Where are they going? I don't even know. I've got fibromyalgia. They keep saying maybe I do. Or maybe it's just my arthritis that flares up. So, to be quite honest, it's just a title, isn't it? Does it really matter if I've got fibro or arthritis? It doesn't really, does it? You still got the pain, haven't you? So you might as well just get on with it. It's annoying at times when you want to do something. Like I want to paint my fence outside and I know I'll have to finish up sitting on a chair. You know, that's what annoys me. Things like that. Not being able to decorate, you're not being able to paint a wall. It's very frustrating. Because I'm not a lazy person, it's just I can't do it all. And I'm still learning to accept that. Oh, everything's frozen. Everything has frozen. If you're asking me anything, I can't see a thing because everything's frozen. And I can't refresh because if I refresh, everything disappears. No, it's frozen. Oh, no, it's back. Hi, Cheryl. Who's back in port? Trev. Oh, hiya, Trev. Hi, honey buddy. How are you today? Hello. I'm making a weird shaped hat here. I'm just hoping it works when I sew it together. Otherwise, it could be very strange. Are you crocheting it together or stitching it together, Sean? Oh, I don't know which is the inside and which is the out. Oh, that's the inside. That's the inside. What's happening? Shut up. No, I wouldn't want to know when it was my turn to go, thanks. I'd rather not know. Live each day as if it's your last, because one day you'll be right. That's what my dad always used to say. I always chain mine together with like chains and double crochets. The wig fell off and she's harmless. Actually, she's back together again now. My niece put her back together again for me. So she's actually standing up in one place with two arms. But how long for, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to be genetically tested and told I've got like 5 years left to live or something like that. I'd rather not know. Yeah, well, I thought, shall I leave this video on? And then I thought, yeah, I will, I might as well. I was very tempted to stop the video and start all over again, but then I thought, no. Yeah, a friend of mine went on a date the other day. I don't know whose photograph she'd used. It was one of these dating sites, but it wasn't her when she arrived, if you know what I mean. I've had a few of those in the past when I used to go on dating sites, when I was young and foolish. Yeah. Try not to think about it, Charlotte. It's not going to change, is it, whichever way it happens? So just try not to think it could not happen and you've been spent all the time till July worrying about it. My attitude on life is like, I wait while they tell me that something's wrong, and then, yeah. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, a lot of my family have died with cancer, but they've all been different kinds of cancer. So it's not like one thing runs through my family. You know, I'm not, I'd rather not know. I'd rather stay in ignorance all of my life. Because one day I'm going to go, and it's going to be gone, yeah. Yeah, you're right there, Miguel, yeah. Always make sure you've got clear underwear on. Just in case, you know. You never know the day, do you, when you've not got your underwear on. Oh, she's a pest, that Paris, I'll tell you. Oh, gosh. At least if you were an undertaker, you'd plan a lovely funeral for yourself. Yeah, I think you should just live each day. I mean, look at my lovely friend. She was only 49, my lovely lady next door to me. The most beautiful lady you'd ever wish. Never did or said an evil word about anybody. And I always think, what about all these evil people in the world who hurt animals and hurt people? Nothing, they don't get cancer, they don't get things. You kind of wish you could will it on them, don't you? Oh dear. Oh, I've been referred for a scan at long last on my leg. So it took me 2.5 years, and I'm mithering every doctor on the practice. I went on Wednesday, and I saw a different doctor again, and he said, why have you not been for a scan? And I'm like, yeah, okay. Why have I not been for a scan? Because none of you lot have ever referred me for one. So I'm going for one. Yeah. No, my neighbour, she was 49. She died with ovarian cancer. Doctors piddled about and didn't diagnose her until it was too late. I can't blame our doctor because it's a different doctor that piddled her about. La, la, la. Oh God, look at that for the end of a tail of a hat. Grace won't tell you if she's here. She's a shy girl. She never tells me she's here. She tells me later that she's been on listening, but she never speaks. Well, was she going to leave you a message when she was on, Nathan? Gosh, I'm getting hot. I'm having hot flashes. Must be that coffee. I spoke to her in the middle of the week. She came on channel with us. What am I working on? I'm working on a cake for a friend of mine. I've only got a picture, not a pattern. And I'm doing the hood bit at the minute. There's no pattern. I'm having to make it up as I go along, which is fun. Somebody's bound to ask me where's the pattern. Yeah, it's still a horrible disease. I wish they'd hurry up and find a cure. Or if not a cure, a way of prolonging everybody. Oh gosh, I hope this hood fits like I hope it's going to fit. I looked on everywhere to see if there was a picture of a hood done this way, but there wasn't. The Masters Golf. I'm not a fan of golf or cricket. It's too sort of, oh, bye Nan. Cancer is a thief of time. Bye Nan. If this hood doesn't work out the way I've envisioned it, I'm going to cry. Ooh. Two of my great-grandchildren have chicken pox. Hope the baby doesn't get it, because our youngest one is 7 months. Hope he doesn't get chicken pox, because he could be really poorly at that age. Now, am I sewing this hood up the right way? I have to think about this. I have to think about how it's going to get stitched. Yeah, I am sewing it up the right way. Oh, gosh. Oh, flipping heck. What is going on in my... What is going on in my life? I made a guy in the doctor's laugh with me. Message. Oh, no, it's somebody. New story on Manchester Evening News. What is it? Taking its time. Oh, I don't want to know what Manchester United's score is, thank you. Why would you think I would be interested in that? Oh. New story, yeah, nearly swore then. I can't get it to stop doing that. Hi, Julia. Hi, Shalene. Right, that's the top. That's got to be sewn to that. Ooh. Take out curry means you go to the shop and they give it in a box to take it home and eat it at home. It's what we call a takeaway. You probably have drive-throughs in America. We don't have drive-throughs, we have takeaways. You have to stand there in a queue, order what you want and wait for it to get cooked. What do you have curry? Well, you have anything curried. You can have curried chicken, curried whatever, curried meat, curried beef, curried pork. You can have whatever you wish. Or you had lamb. See, I don't like curry. That's the one thing I won't eat. I'm the weirdest person. People say, never met anybody who doesn't like curry. Well, now you have. You've met me. Hi, Cassie. I am the weirdest person who does not like curry. You've never had curry, and I've only tasted it and I don't like it. Yeah. No, I don't. One of the spices in curry is one that I don't like. So it's the taste of curry, not the. Do I make reborn? No, no. Yeah, la-di-da, I think, yeah. Why would I make a reborn? No. I've got one, but I don't play with it. I only have it to show off my baby stuff. Oh, I've not had Korean food for absolutely ages. Can you see what me doll? No, it's in a box upstairs. I don't keep a handy. I'm not a weirdo. I don't have her sitting on the sofa in her favourite outfit, you know. Hi, Mia. Well, you'll have to want, Cassie, because I'm not going upstairs and getting it out of its box. It's just a doll. It's not a baby. It's not anything. It's a doll. Can't be doing with these women that treat them like they're damn babies. Something wrong with them. You pretend yours real. You want to see a psychiatrist, love? It's a doll. Hi, Evie. Oh, good God, no, don't push it round in a pram. It's in a cardboard box. Oh, I couldn't be doing with these. I watched a programme once on telly about these women who treat them like babies and have them in prams and stuff. It's still creepy, Cassie. You won't be seeing me pushing my doll round. I mean, Sue did laugh at me when I put it in its box and she's at it. Oh, don't shut the lid. I said, what do you mean don't shut the lid? Shut the lid, she'll get grubby. But don't shut the lid. So I had to wait and shut the lid. It's not my thing either. I only want it, well, my friend sent it to me. She makes them, but not because she plays with them. She makes them and sells them for a bit of extra money. She's not a creepy one that has them all around the house or anything like that, yeah. Oh, my son will think I've gone spur. He'd have me, oh yeah, right, Nathan, I really do that. My son would have me committed. He saw me wandering around with a doll. It's bad enough having to nurse Gigi. Yeah, I've got mine to, if I ever take photographs of baby things, yeah. But I wouldn't, she's up in a box. She's shut up in a box upstairs. It's still a bit weird, isn't it, though? Right, you're off to bed, are you, Connie? Okie dokie. I'm sewing this blooming hat up. Yeah, white coat job, I agree. It's like these people who marry pieces of wall, isn't it? And people who marry their car. Yeah, Cassie's definitely in time out. She could stay there as well. Don't care if she's only 13. I'm feeling mean. Dolls, no dolls. We're talking about them reborn dolls that people treat like babies. If I take Gigi out, he's in a baby carrier. I sit him on he's strapped to my front, looking out over the top. I don't have a carrier. I couldn't push it anyway if I had a little pram thing for him. I bought him a dog carrier, but he didn't like it, so I got a baby carrier because it was more padded. So he sits in that. He doesn't always go out with me because, you can't take him in anywhere where they sell food, so but the post office don't mind me taking him in there. But probably because he's not like walking about so he can't wee on the floor or anything. Oh, Gigi, gosh. He's just a baby. Was it Monday he wanted to be nursed a whole day? Couldn't get rid of him. All he wanted to do was sit on me and sleep. Yeah, I watched that where they, oh, one woman took hers to America. She took it in the stroller and everything. She was going to some convention or other in America. She took the damn doll with her. I'm like, are you real? I often wonder what their husbands must think. You think that she's gone a bit weird or what? Yeah, I think they are as well. Trev. Yeah, I mean, I do talk to Paris when she's misbehaving, I must admit, but I know she's not real. I only tell her off when her wig falls off and, have I got a Moses basket? Oh, heck. I told you she's in a cardboard box. Well, actually, to be honest with you, I think it's supposed to be a boy. When I got it, it was in like a little boy's. Oh, I know, that's what I mean. It's scary, isn't it, if she wants a baby? She's only 13. Ooh. What's even creepier, though, are these guys who like these, doll things. Yeah, well, the woman who made her, my friend who made her, said she could be either, so she's gender neutral. She's fluid. Yeah, I watched a documentary on these guys who, have these like mannequin things and think that they're real, I think every child should be given one of those dolls, that won't stop crying unless you sort it out and it cries all night and stuff like that. Those fake dolls. I think if they had one of those for a day and a night, they wouldn't want a baby. Yeah, those dolls, yeah, they're horrible, aren't they? I mean, I watched one and he wanted to marry his doll, and I'm like, are you weird? Are you some kind of sado? I think they should really do that in school. Never mind sex education. They should bring babies in and make them look after them. Talk to teenage mums who've got stuck with these kids and don't really want them. I think they should make them talk to them. I mean, most teenagers who have babies, their mothers finish up looking after them. It's not fair on the mothers. They've brought up their family and then they have to bring up their grandkids. I'm glad I only had a boy. He didn't come home. Yeah, I used to see it all the time when I was at the job centre. They were mostly kids who'd been in care, and they wanted a baby. I want somebody of my own to love. And then they'd have this baby, and within 2 or 3 months, like, where's your baby? Oh, it's in care. Because they realise after the baby's actually here that it's nothing like they thought it was going to be. It's not a dolly. It's not something they can dress up and take around. And the number of babies who used to finish up in care because the teenage mums couldn't look after them. They don't know how hard it is to bring up a baby on no money. They think babies come with beautiful baby carriages and everything like that, and gorgeous clothes, and you can dress them up like a dolly. They don't know that babies come with money. They need money, lots of money. They go through diapers, rated knots. You know, they have no idea because they can't look after themselves. They're babies. So why do they think that it's going to be good? You know, having to balance on a very, very low budget, unless you've got a mother behind you or a grandma or auntie, you'll never manage if you're a young teenager with a baby. I mean, why do you think when my generation or the generation before me had to have their babies adopted? Because there was no such thing as social security or any kind of help. You know, if you had a baby when you were like 16, though there was no money at all. There was no family allowance. There was nothing like that. No child allowance, no tax, nothing. So most young girls had to have their babies adopted. Oh dear. Have we got another whistler? Yeah, but my generation, you didn't get a house. You didn't even get any help at all. You know, they wouldn't have... I mean, I got pregnant before I got married, but luckily I got married, yeah. You know, so I could afford a house and that. But if you haven't got parental support, it's just hard. Hard, hard, hard. Oh, she's quick on the draw with that whistle, aren't you, Sean? My ears are burning. Who's talking about me? Yeah, I can remember Jenny telling me something about when she was 18, she went to get some, you know, see if she could get some kind of benefit because she finished college, finished school and that. And this woman said to her, "Have you got any children?" And she said, "No." And she said, "Well, my advice is if you want to get money and that is go and get pregnant. Have you got a boyfriend?" Jenny said, "I think that's a little bit drastic." This is looking like the weirdest hat ever. It is a weird hat. I hope it looks okay when it's on. It's difficult to decide on these things when you don't have a pattern. Oh, what have I got? Oh. How many clients did I have in one day? What kind of clients do you mean? You mean job centre clients? Do you mean job centre clients? I had one every 7 minutes. All day. Apart from lunch. An Easter basket for Christine. Well, don't put any chocolate in it. Yeah, I'm still not sure what Miguel means. Yeah, don't put any chocolate in it. You're for Christine, love her being poorly. Oh, she works hard for the money. Who, me or Paris? I called her Paris because she had a very short blonde wig when I bought her. and she looked like Paris Hilton, so that was why I called her Paris. Oh, I do not want any breakdown cover for my car, thank you. I don't have a car. Your kid, my kid is 50. When I worked at the job centre, every 7 minutes I had to see a new customer. And it was from 9 o'clock in the morning until break. And then you had 15 minutes for your break, and then you were back again. And you had between half hour and an hour for your lunch. And then they all started coming in again, and then you had them every 7 minutes until we're closed. So it was what you call a bit full on. Especially when you're trying to persuade them to get a job. Oh, for God's sake, am I in the bloody KKK? Stupid ass. Hello, Bal. Hello, Balal. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, Auntie Jan's here. Hello. What are you doing on here? You supposed to be working or what? Oh, thank you, dear. Balal is a very, very, well, he's not an old friend because he's a hell of a lot younger than me. But he's an old friend of many, many years. So don't be booting him off. Oh, goodness, I'm so glad I don't have that job anymore. It was soul destroying. Yeah, well, hi to you, dear. And how are you? Are you supposed to be working or are you just chilling? You're lounging about, right? Okay, okay. The kids in bed. All the kids are away, are they? Will you behave yourself? My hands are not too bad today because it's quite warm in here, so they're doing okay. You're a teenager again. I think you're a bit old for a teenager. Sorry to have to burst your bubble. But I think you've gone past that stage, love. But you might be like the rest of us. You think we're a teenager in our heads, yeah? We all think we're teenagers in our heads, don't we, Nathan? Hey. I still think I'm a teenager until I get up and everything starts to creak. You're 15. Oh, I don't think I'm that old, actually, Nathan, in my head. I think I'm about 12 because I do some stupid things that a 12-year-old would do. I'm still learning to walk. I fall over everything. I'm worse than Z. I'm always shallow dancing with. No, I'm not a teenager yet. No, I've got to get there yet. Oh, God, I remember that was a horrible time of your life, that being a teenager. I think like about 13 was my worst time when you're just kind of like growing in your body and you don't know what to do. I mean, today's 13-year-olds. I've tried it, Val, and I've even tried the tea. And I bet call you Balal. I know you don't like being called Bal. But it doesn't work for me. Absolutely doesn't work for me. I wish it did. Wish it did. Yeah. I need the proper stuff. Oh, I cannot stand on 2 feet. Oh, hi, Jane. I am the world's worst at standing on 2 feet. Oh, the CBD oil, it's not very concentrated at all over here. They legalised cannabis for certain things over here, but I believe that no one has written a prescription for it yet. You're 103. I don't think you're that... Yeah, they just won't prescribe it. Not even for people who've got like, what's it called, Parkinson's, and they really do change, you know, when they've had that. Yeah, I'm 25, but I've got a son who's 50. So how do you work that out? I'm too young to have a son 50, I've decided. I don't know whether it's even got that much in it over here, Blossom. I think basically what we get over here is kind of like hemp oil or a placebo. Oh, you say it's your brother's, yeah? So you doesn't spoil your pulling chances. I can remember once when we went out, my son, he went bald very, very young. And I think he was probably about 30. And we went out for a meal for some occasion or other. And the waiter says, "Does your husband want anything?" And he went, "It's my mother! It's my mother!" No, I don't think we really say that, Sean. We don't want to be taken off the air. Well, it might be all right for you to write it, but I don't think I should say it. Yeah, my son was mortified because this waiter thought he was my husband. Finally, I've dated people as young as he was in my time. No, not really. I think 15 years younger than me was the youngest one I've ever dated. But he didn't look it because he was going bald as well. Look at that. It's like a what now, isn't it? I gave up with my genealogy. Basically, what I thought about my family turned out to be not true. So I got I got fed up and I couldn't find what I thought it was supposed to be. I'm like, no, they're lying to me. My brother never looked anything like me. We looked like we're from 2 different families. We just did not have a feature in common. I mean, I look like my dad, but I don't know what my brother looks like. I'm having trouble with the end of my hood. Well, I think pedals are right, isn't it? I think so. Oh, at last. Turning the inside of the hood out. You have the milkman and the postman's eyes, do you? My brother does not. Although he looks like one of my cousins, my brother. But I look just, I'm like my dad's family. My son is the image of my dad, so there's no disputing what family he comes from. His wife insists that he looks like his dad, but I can't see anything of his dad in him. You're casting on a baby romper. Why do you know what your sister's having? Is she having another boy? Or are you just guessing? We used to see a man about a dog. I'm just curious as to why Denise is making a romper. Oh, it's for Mikey. Right. I thought your sister would knew what she was having then. Or is she going to have a surprise now with this baby? She's getting them over with while she's young. Well, she finds out next Sunday. That's an unusual day for a scan. Is she going to find out? Yeah, I'm starting. No, I can't walk. You know me. Fall over everything. Fall over anything. That's me. Luckily, when I fell over the last time, I was in the bedroom and I fell on the bed. So that was fine. I mean, I've been for a MRI on a Sunday, but that was only because they were so booked up that they decided that they'd open up on a Sunday to get a few out of the way. So I've been for not that kind of scan, but a scan on my back on a Sunday. But when I got there, it was one of those scan in a fan things, and I'm a big girl, so I got very claustrophobic in that. It was like being threaded down the cannon. I hate MRI scans. Anna was on here, but her little boy woke up, so I don't know whether she's still here, Mia. She was on earlier on. I don't mind the normal MRI in the hospital. Oh, she's still here. She's still here, Mia. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups now. I'm okay, Rebecca. Not doing bad. I can't alter the way I knit. I've tried everything. I've tried to, knit the continental way. I've tried all things because people have said, because of my shoulder problems, that I should try knitting this way and that way. Oh, that's not good, is it, Denise? You keep having them. What am I working on? I'm working on the hood of I'm making that for a friend. No pattern, just making that. So I'm making the hood bit for the minute. So I'm just hoping it'll look like the hood, because I've just made it up in the head, yeah. So no doubt it'll look pretty weird, yeah. Of course he's perfect, he's your son. Yeah, I've nearly got the hood done, I'm just sewing it together now. All babies are perfect. Wisdom teeth. Nathan's going to get some wisdom. Yay! I had to have teeth taken out because I didn't have room for my wisdom teeth. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm gone ginger instead of being blonde. I decided to have a change. My hair was falling out when I was bleaching it. £22.70. To see the dentist. I pay that every month. I pay about. Oh, well, he's doing well then. Perhaps he was just meant to be born at 8 months. My cousin's baby was born at 7.5 months. And she was like a little dolly, and you should see her now. She's absolutely massive. I don't mean fat, but she's just big. She's definitely caught up. She was like a doll when she was born. Oh, thank you, Jane. Yeah, my wisdom tooth was coming through. At one stage, I even split the gum, to try and get my tooth to come out. But all that happened was I got an abscess, so that was a great thing to do, wasn't it? I was supposed to be born on Bonfire Day. That's the 5th of November. But I didn't come out until the 25th. I was always a bit lazy. Yeah, I've still got my wisdom tooth. I had to have the ones next to them taken out to make room for my wisdom teeth to come through. They were sort of growing halfway up my gum, like at the side there, into my jaw, so I couldn't close my mouth. Because there was no room for them in the actual. I've got a small mouth, so I haven't got room for all my teeth. I had to have 4 taken out when I was younger, those 4. Because my mouth was overcrowding. It never made me any wiser, Denise. I didn't suddenly get wisdom when I got my teeth. I'm going to weigh Treb's boat down one day. He'll have to sit at one end of the boat and I'll have to sit at the other. Because if we both sit in the middle, it might sink. Oh, kids have got to eat things off the floor. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't have anything creeping and crawling. That's how kids get immunity, by eating stuff off the floor. That's why kids are poorly today. They don't have enough germs. I said he used to crawl about in the dirt outside. Coming in, his hands were filthy. Oh, you had a very important phone call. I hope it was good news. I used to have a brilliant dentist, but he decided to open a private practice in Manchester. Never felt a thing with him. He was great. He was the best dentist ever. But I couldn't afford his prices when he went private. He was a dental surgeon, not a dentist, so he was absolutely great. He used to play me music and everything. Oh, do you remember that old gas that used to put that thing over your nose? Ooh. Used to smell like the inside of hot water bottles. Really horrible it was. I wasn't brought up in a dirty house, but my mother wasn't particular, you know what I mean? She didn't have a cleaning obsession. I mean, she worked a lot. She cleaned when she cleaned, but I mean, it wasn't like, you know, some people's houses. Yeah, I was always outside in the muck and the mud. I was a right little tomboy. You'll have to put it somewhere safe, Trev. I put things in safe places and never find them again. I've lost my gum guard. I grind my teeth when I'm sleeping, so I had this gum guard made that you're supposed to wear when you're asleep, and I can't find it. It was at the side of the bed last time I saw it, but I've looked under the bed, behind the bed, around the bed, and I can't find it. And I know I haven't swallowed it. Yeah, salmonella is it? But it's the pain that, it's the lack of, what do you call it, resistance to germs. I can't find my map. Can't find it anywhere. I've looked everywhere. Got to close the front store. Yeah, online is the way to go, though. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have had to sell my shop if there'd have been a computer and online shopping back in my day. I may be very able to hold on to the shop a lot longer than I did. I never had any problems with my teeth until I got that bit older. But they say it's a lot of it is the medication that you take. Because like my teeth are going a bit yellowy now. And I'm thinking, why are they going yellow? Because I clean them and I do everything. But apparently sometimes it's the medication that you take. How many years I had the shop? My mum and dad opened the first shop when I was 13. And I closed the last shop when I was in my mid-50s. So we had them for a long time. We had 3 at one stage. Then it went down to, then they pulled one down with compulsory purchase. That's when they decide they want to build something. So even though your shop or your house might be in a good condition, they still compulsory purchase it because you're in the way of a new building. So we had to close one of them for compulsory purchase. So then we had, oh, that's bad, isn't it, Blossom? Yeah. I couldn't make mine pay towards the end. It was the overheads, you know. I had to pay a mortgage, and I had to get rid of my staff because I couldn't pay the staff, and it meant that there was only me in there, and it was very difficult. You know, if I wanted to go to the restroom or anything, you know, I was just stuck there on my own, and it was a bit scary because you wondered if anybody comes in that's a bit what's it, you know, and you're on your own. Yeah. Yeah. Mine was because people stopped knitting. I had to sell mine it was in the 90s really when I had to sell my shop. They were very, very busy for quite a long time. We had quite a nice income out of them. But then all of a sudden, people just suddenly stopped. I mean, now they've revived knitting again, you know, but I just couldn't weather the storm. I was a single mum, and I had a mortgage on my house and I had a mortgage on the shop. But unfortunately, like, the shop wasn't earning enough for me to pay out 2 mortgages and feed myself and feed my child, you know, so it was just one of those sad things. Somebody saying that they had a good laugh when Paris fell to bits. Yeah, a lot of people buy things online now, Blossom. That's the trouble. Ooh. I mean, I don't mind buy many essential oils, but if I do, I tend to buy online, so not a lot of help. I wish there'd have been online sales when I had my shop. Maybe I could have kept it going, you know, selling yarn and stuff online. Lots of people I don't know have commented on the Paris video, though. I think it must have gone round saying, "You want to see something daft?" We were talking about wisdom teeth. I think it was Nathan who started this comment. Or was it you, Trev, talking about you couldn't find your front tooth? Yeah, it's good, isn't it, Lydia? I got free shipping on mine because I did a joint order with Kelly, and we ordered more than 50 pounds, and we got free shipping. Whee! Oh gosh, I wish they'd stop doing this, notifying me of messages I've got. I don't know where Trevor took. Maybe he took it off one day, or maybe he swallowed it. The wind did blow her over. She fell in half before I even started videoing. That's why there was only half of her there. It's a notification thing that tells me. Paris is on a plinth, a circular thing that's meant to be, I think, for decorating cakes. And she is too heavy for it, yeah? So when the wind blows, she falls over. So let me get my glass head, which weighs a ton. I think she does. I think she must sneak into the alcohol that I don't use. Oh, I think it'll be right. Oh, this is a hood. That's the end of it. That's the end of the tail of it. And that's a hood. It's got to be sewn onto the cape. Oh. Oh. I don't find it confusing at all, the hobby site. No, everybody else seems to, but I don't. Yeah, so I've done the hood now. It's weird, isn't it? Look at that. All that down the back. Oh, Paris is glued to a plinth. She can't wear trousers anymore because I can't get her legs are glued down. Yeah, I'm quite happy about the hood considering I didn't have a pattern. I think it looks like the pattern. I'm not going to try it on because it'll wreck what little bit of hair I've got. Yep, it's weird, don't it? Look at this. Look at that hanging down the back of the hood. I can't glue her arms on because they slot in like that. You know, you have to go. Dum. Now, one arm isn't bad. It goes in quite easily, but the other arm. Yeah, it's a lady who does these. I think she's called Woodland something or other. She's on Etsy. She doesn't do a pattern. She sells them. And my friend saw one. And she asked me, could I do one? So I said, oh, yeah, I think so. So, my own fault for offering. We're doing a swapsy, actually, because there's no money changing hands, yeah. She's already sent me down two lovely boho dresses. So I'm onto the. I've done that much of the shawl so far. Not the shawl, the cape. That's the pointy bits that are going to hang downwards. I'm waiting for her to get back to me with the length she wants it. She said, I'm 5'6". Can you work it out from that? I thought, no, not really. I really love to know how long you want it. Especially if it might drop down, you know, with it being a cape, it might drop, yeah. Yeah, well, she's a folk singer, so she likes like hippie things, yeah. The Philosopher's Cowl by Kay Jones. I don't think it'll be too heavy because I'm doing it fairly open work. I've seen the video, but I've not watched it yet. The one that says how to crochet 2 rows at a time. Yeah, it's not even not even a pattern. Nature craft. It's just me doing it off. It's just somebody who sells them ready made up. Okay, Jones. Oh, I can't watch them. They go on and on and on, don't they? That is it knitted, that Philosopher's Cowl? Yeah, they go on and on and on and on. I've watched them a couple of times, but I got so fed up with them. I can't be coping with these. And people make videos about 2 hours long. Ugh. Nope. I'm like, nope, off you go. Not watching you. You go on too much. I know the lighting keeps going dark and light, doesn't it? I don't know if there's something wrong with my camera or something wrong with my computer. Hello. I smell great, guy. Hi there. How are you? Oh, I can't watch 2 hours at a time. I don't care how interesting people are. It's got a Cody. It's not Cody, is it? It'll come to me in a minute. Ross. Ross and oh dear. I am so behind with everybody's videos. It's not a joke. Oh, I'm glad you're good. Yeah, it is Ross, isn't it? I've got that right, haven't I? Don't know why I was going to call you Cody. Oh. I've tried to make mine about half an hour to 45 minutes, my normal videos. I try not to go any more than that. Let me see what colour. Ross is a big fan of mine. Oh, I'm very honoured, Ross. Thank you. No, I joined somebody's page the other day and she went, oh, I'm such a great fan of yours. And I'm like, oh. It always seems strange when somebody says that to me because I'm thinking, I'm just me. You know, I'm just an ordinary person. I'm not anybody special. So when somebody says that to me, oh, like we watch you and all that, I'm like, oh, scary. Scary Mary. Whereas I have these fangirl moments, like, you know, when I met Claire Bob Wilson, I was like, oh, I'm making a great Claire. I was like, struck down my mouth open, you know, like, oh, meeting Claire. I would like to go somewhere and meet some of the people that I talk to, but you're mostly in America, so I would never get to meet you anyway. I'm famous. Oh, blimey. Infamous, maybe. Infamous. I'm not the crochet queen. I'm a heck. I'm just Miss Average. I always think of people who crochet queen are the ones who do these fun, oh, excuse me, fantastic things, whereas I pick all the easy. I pick all the easy patterns to do. Meet halfway. I was like that when I met Zoe as well. You know, I want to be heck as a star of YouTube. No, when you think of all these people that are out there, you know, like Marley Bird and like Sir Claire and all these people, and I'm, you know, there's no way I would put myself even in half of that class. It's just, I'm just an ordinary me, you know. Just an ordinary me. Snow, yeah. I would hate it if I got, you know, like too big for me boots. If I ever do that, will you tell me? Because I don't want to get, you know, big-headed and whatever. Is Grace lurking again? Grace, will you come out from lurking and say hello, please? I know she tells me she watches sometimes, but she never comes out and says anything. No, I would hate to sort of think that I ever get like too big for me boots or something like that, you know, because it's just, to me, I just want it to come across like, you know, just me chatting to some friend, and that's the way I think of it. You know, I don't think kind of, oh, it's me talking to, I'm projecting or something like that. No, I just like to think I'm chatting to some mates. And I'm so excited, like when I get new yarn, and I just want to show it to you all. You know, it's, yeah, he is one that's got a bit big for his boots. I used to like watching him, but I don't anymore now. I think he started believing the hype about himself, you know. And I think you've got to stay true to yourself, as Casualistic would say. If you start acting phony, I think people soon see through it. Oh, I couldn't have scripted that bit, Trevor, but I tried. I was very tempted to cut it out and start all over again, but I decided that I'd leave it. Yeah, there's a lot of people I used to watch that aren't on anymore. You know, we've all got our favourites, but some of mine have disappeared, and it's quite upsetting, really. I mean, I can understand their right to disappear if they want to, but you kind of worry in case they were ill or something. You know, when you don't see people and they suddenly go off and you're thinking, are they okay? Oh, Paris has got her own personality. She really has, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I really like, and a lot of people that I stopped watching for the fact that, you know, I think they've got a bit above themselves, you know. And I've stopped watching quite a few of them. I just like people who are real. I don't like over-edited videos, you know, when it's chopping and changing. And the videos don't flow to me when they, you know, they sort of keep moving like that because they're over-edited. And I'm thinking, just leave your little bloopers in. It's more, it makes you more human. You know, it's no, when they're over, I don't mind if somebody edits something out because they, you know, said something wrong or something like that. I mean, sometimes I wish I could edit out a little bit of mine. But, you know, when I say Etsy instead of eBay and things like that. But, you know, when you're watching somebody and it's like every other word when they're talking, they like to start being choppy. Because they've over-edited it too much. Oh, her arms, they get on my nerves. You have to get them in at the right angle, slot them in, and then pull them down. And I couldn't get them in. My hands weren't working that day because sometimes my hands are okay and sometimes they're just rubbish. And I just couldn't hold her. As I was trying to hold on to her, she was slipping. Yeah, long arm Paris, yeah. Even my niece was... Even my niece was laughing when she was trying to put it together. I said, before you go, I said, will you do us a favour? She said, yeah. I said, will you put that Paris together for me? Manny, somebody's given me a new name for the other mannequin. I think it was Kira's mum said that Kira had said that she thought my mannequin was called Dolores. And all I could think of was that guy who had that sheep called Dolores. What was he called? Oh, I can see him. I can see his face. Habit. Franklin Habit. When he used to do that little cartoon characters about that sheep. I think she was called Dolores. Lady Jane, she's round the corner. But the other one, the one I'm trying to fatten up to make her plus sized, she's going to be Dolores now. She didn't really have a name before, but she's going to be called Dolores. Yeah, when she's doing a dodgy Japanese snacks. I spoke to your Yarny husband the other day, actually, Sean. Franklin Habit, that was it. He used to be so... I don't know what's happened. I used to read his blog, and then for some reason or other, I stopped getting the invites to it, yeah. Doggy snacks. No, we haven't got that bad yet. We're not eating doggy snacks yet. No, there were Japanese snacks that she got, and there were some very, very strange things. Yeah, no, I sent him a little thing. You know, when we were talking about that little plastic hat that you used to put on your head and pull the little strands through, I sent it to Ephraim, and he commented back saying we used to do that sort of thing when I was in hairdressing college years ago. I did it once, but my bleach was too strong, and it just dropped out. All the little pieces dropped out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Barbie boobs when you're eating them. Pink wobbly Barbie boobs. Yes, you had to eat that, didn't you, Sean, one day? They were just like wobbly Barbie's boobs. Mind you, I had to hairdryer Paris's boobs. She fell over and she dented one of her boobs. So I had to hairdryer her. Oh, Kathy. I don't belong to a knitting and crochet group. It's because I've got no transport. All the ones I could belong to are mostly knitting anyway. And there is one local to me, but I think they're knitting mostly. But they meet in the morning time, and I can't do that because I'm waiting for Gigi to arrive. And I don't like leaving him for such long periods anyway. The butt pudding. Those weird ones you used to have to mix up and put in the microwave. I don't know how you worked out what it was supposed to be because it was all written in Japanese. Yeah, I can knit with knitters, but I just feel like a fish out of water when I'm crocheting and everybody else is knitting and they're all talking knitting. So you kind of feel a bit out of it. You know, you just feel like you're like the elephant in the room, you know. It's like, oh, you're crocheting. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. And then they sort of gloss over, like, you know, as if you're like a bad smell in the room. Not all knitters are like that, I must admit, but a lot of them are. Well, you're not made not welcome. You just feel uncomfortable, Miguel, when everybody else is sort of knitting and you're crocheting and they're sort of going, what are you doing? Oh, you're crocheting, eh? Oh, fancy that. And then they change the subject and go back to talking about knitting. I mean, the last one I went to, it sort of like kind of disbanded a bit. The lady who'd started it all, she moved away, and she was like the heart and soul of the thing, if you know what I mean. And she used to say, I can't see why you can't continue when I'm not there. But it wasn't the same when she wasn't there anymore. I used to really love it when she was there. Because she sort of had this, you know, kept the group going. Once she left, it went a bit flat. Yeah, that's what happened with my group. We used to meet in a pub, so it's quite good fun. I must admit, I don't watch a lot of yarn haul videos because a lot of them like are yarn that I can't get, so it's kind of like watching things that you know. Oh God, don't start me off with that, Julia. Yeah, I can't stand that. Yeah. can't stand snobby people. We were discussing that the other week. I don't care what you knit with. If you knit with wool, I don't care. If you knit with alpaca, you knit with kangaroo wool, I don't care. You know, it's just, I can't bear snobbery. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, when people say, oh, I've got to have this Furls hooks or something. And there was another lady the other week, she was talking about sterling silver hooks. And I'm thinking, oh, why is it wobbling? So that's what's happening, do you think? Because I'm fading in and out. I'll have to look because it's round the back. I can't see it, can't get to it. Yeah. I know it's been going funny. The colour's been going funny all day. It keeps going light and then dark and then light. No, I mean, we've been through all this before. I think people should be allowed to knit and crochet with whatever they feel like. Yeah. I'll use whichever hook they want. There's no snobbery around it. It's everybody has their own. If you like pure wool and you don't mind paying for it, that's fine. I've got no it is about one-upmanship. It's like, oh, you're knitting with acrylic. I am knitting with this. It's hand spun. It's hand dyed. It comes from a lonely Mongolian goat, you know, that lives up in the Highlands somewhere. And I'm thinking, oh, for God's sake, don't be such a snob. You know, it is about one-upmanship, and it's just whatever. Rebecca, if people want to work with it, then it doesn't bother me in the slightest, but I just don't think they should criticising me for using acrylic. You know, that's the only thing I've got against it is this sort of calling names bit is a bit one-sided, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you should do, Miguel. You should go to the Nancy and Mia meetup. Yeah. I'd go if I could get there. I got an invitation to something or other, but it was in America. And I was thinking, very nice of you to invite me, but no, I can't go. You look at the camera. No, it's not that bit. That's plugged in securely, so it can't be that bit. Oh, God, that's awful, Lydia. Honestly, I've been crocheting and knitting for donkey's years, and I still use a bit of pen and paper. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I write all things down, yeah. You know, it's I've got nothing against people who knit. If people want to knit, then whatever, you know. Doesn't worry me. But don't pull your nose up because I'm crocheting. It's like somebody said, these people who sell this hand-dyed yarn and they kind of pull their noses up at us because we're crocheters, they're a bit silly, really, because when you crochet, you use more wool. You do. So whereas a knitter can buy one skein and make a shawl, if we were to crochet a shawl, we'd have to buy 2 skeins. So you think they would actually want us to buy their stuff because we buy more. They're not very good saleswomen, are they? See, I'm crocheting with Lolly's little wool shack. That's what I'm crocheting with this. She's very economical if you're in the UK. My aim in life is to one day go. Indie dyers, yeah. My friend gave me some indie yarn one time to crochet up for her. Not for me, to crochet up for her. And it just ran all over the place. All the dye ran out of it. And it was a mess. And I was thinking, how much have you paid for this? And it's, you know, it was lovely deep blue colours and it just all went washed out when she washed it. Obviously, whoever it was who dyed it, they might hadn't put the final finish in, whatever it is, the vinegar bit or whatever you do, you know, to lock all the yarn in. I got a free clicker from Hobby, whatever. I got a little free clicker. When you spend so much, you get a free clicker. It's supposed to fit it on your finger, but it'd get in the way, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've got a little frog thing that hangs around my neck, yeah. Yeah, they usually sell me them horrible sweets. It's a vial. They're like cherry sweets and they're like cough medicine. They're absolutely awful. I'm saving them all up. Next person who gets a parcel gets these hobby sweets. I sent my last custom order off early in the week. It was such a relief, like, to wave it goodbye. Funnily enough, I've turned down 2 custom orders this week, but there were ones I didn't want to do anyway. So I don't feel bad about turning them down. I just feel a relief, a sense of relief that I can actually turn things down. I don't mind if people want me to do a pattern that I want to do, but it's when people choose their own patterns and no, they're 2 different people, I think, Ginger, yeah. No, I don't mind if somebody sort of says to me, can you do me that? But it's when they start saying, can I have it longer? Can I have it in cashmere? Can I have it for a 60-inch bust or something like that? And I'm like, no. When you start to make things longer and wider and stuff like that, it spoils the line of whatever you're making. It's meant to be that short, or it's meant to be that shape. You can't suddenly start doing longer sleeves on it or wider bits and everything like that. Right, Craft Angel, it's nice for you to come and see us. I was nodding off before when I was yawning, but I think I've had my second wind now. I think I woke up again. I keep saying I'm going to do a video on my stash, but every time I do, I get a load of nasty comments. You know, like you should have a giveaway, or you should make some of that up for charity and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, it's my stash and I paid for it. I'm going to use it how I want to use it. I'm not giving it all away. So it makes me angry when I get all these nasty comments. So that's why I don't flash my stash very often. Or people start asking me, where did I get that one that's in the second from the left? And it could be one I bought about 10 years ago. And I haven't got a clue where I got it from. Yeah, I mean, do they think I get things given to me or something? I mean, when I do any reviews on magazines or yarn or anything, it's not because it's been given to me. You know, I've bought it all at my own money. Do you need your torch to find some lettuce shad? Yes, my stash room makes me happy. It's funny that both Kelly and Sue, when they come to see me, I like to sit in the craft room and have a look around it. Yeah, they do. They want me to give it away. Or why don't you make blankets for charity? If I wanted to make blankets for charity, I'd make them. But blankets are just not my thing. Other people love making blankets, fair dues. It's like we were saying, it's a matter of freedom of choice. Other people only make hats. You know, whatever floats your boat. Doesn't worry me. Brittany, if you could see the state of my craft room, you wouldn't want it at the moment. Oh, you're giving up with the pattern, has it got you going? Yeah, I mean, I buy all of those, so the fact that I buy them means I can actually say what I feel, you know. Yeah, I can't. I mean, people are always saying, "Oh, have you got that pattern? Can you photocopy it and send it to me?" I'm like, no, no, I can't. I can tell you where I got it from, and if it's still available, then you can buy it from there. But I don't do photocopies now. I don't want to get in trouble. I know other people do it. Loads of people even try and sell them on Etsy and they're photocopied. What I don't like about Etsy and eBay is the fact that you have to buy pages that are out of magazines that are just new magazines. And I'm thinking, how can you sell a pattern out of that? Surely that's against the copyright. It's all right if you rip the page out and send them the actual page, probably. But, you know, to actually take photocopies of a magazine pattern and sell them, that's just not on at all. Yeah, I mean, you've had some patterns sent to you, but it's only because she wants you to review them. And you do order a lot of wool from Linda, don't you? Now I'm coughing. I think I've got the dregs off the end of my coffee. Now, I don't like it when you pay like $6 for a pattern and when it comes, it's got about one sheet and no explanations. Yeah, it's okay, I suppose, although I don't think you're supposed to do it, but if they send you the actual sheet from the magazine, but not when they photocopy it, you know, that's not right. I mean, if I send anybody anything down from my magazines, you know, like the ones I don't want, I always cut the actual page out. You don't send it down to somebody. I don't photocopy it and send it down. I give them the actual pattern, and I usually write on the top what magazine it comes from, so that, you know, if they make anything from that pattern, they can say where they got the pattern from. Yeah, because even though they haven't bought the magazine, I have. Yeah. Whew, I'm having a hot flush. I think it's my coffee. Gone to my head. There's more lipstick on the cup than there is on my lips now. Oh dear. Well, tomorrow I want to drag Paris out onto the decking if it's not raining and it's not freezing cold. And oh, I wouldn't be, no, I can't do that. I can give somebody like Kelly or Sue some of my yarn, or I've even given some to Ian. I can give things that I know people will like away, but I can't just go through it and say, right, I'm not having this, I'm not having that. So I always think, look at it and think, yeah, I'm going to use that one day. And sometimes I do. I mean, I've even got 2 packs of wool, well, crepe, left from when I was at the shop, and I wouldn't get rid of those because that's part of my, the shop or whatever. That's kind of a memory I could never get rid of. It's funny, I keep looking at it and I won't even use it for me. Oh, I couldn't do it. I've actually got a pile of dresses on the table to go to the charity shop. Yeah. Oh dear, very annoying, isn't it, H? I save them in those plastic, those polyplastic sheets, and then I have folders, with the springs. Then you put the holes right through the springs and shut them up. That way you can look at them. You just turn the pages in, and because I don't like making holes in the actual pattern, so I put them in these poly pockets. Yeah. And that's where I keep all my old patterns. I've got absolutely loads I need to sort. Actually, I've got a pile of them upstairs. I've got the binders. I've got the sheets. It's just a matter of stopping being so lazy. But I like to sort them into like crochet cardigans, crochet sweaters, crochet tops, so I don't have to plough through every book. If I know I want a short sleeve sweater, I haven't got to plough through every book, I like to put labels on them. Yeah, I keep them in plastic wallets, yeah. You can get them quite cheaply, online or any stationers, really. And I bought those black, like folder things, with the clips in the middle. I bought them in bulk because it comes cheaper. It's so much for 10 of them, yeah. Nobody ever buys me yarn for my birthday. I think my family all thinks she's got enough. I know my son thinks I've got way too much. He's going, why are you buying this yarn when you've got all that yarn upstairs? I'm like, but I didn't have any organic cotton, and that's what I want to use it at the moment. Well, what's wrong with all that other stuff upstairs? Yeah, but it's not organic cotton. That blanket was gorgeous, but I can't get Gigi off it. He's a pain in the bum. He just claims it. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky because when I was crocheting in the first place kind of thing, I was at the shop, so I used to just choose what I wanted from the shop. I mean, not for free. I mean, people used to say to me, oh, isn't it great when you've got the wool shop and you get everything for free? And I'm like, no, I've got to justify what I've bought, what's come in and what's going out. It's got to balance, and I'm doing my books. I can't just take home what I want, Mind you, if anybody bought me yarn, they probably wouldn't buy me what I like or something. So, I'll just stay with what I've got. I can't resist sales, which is why I've got so much from Hobby. I will be doing a video when I open it. I was hoping to do a joint one with Kelly, but that's just not going to work, I don't think. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to be opening the bag, even though some of it's hers. Actually, I've got 2 bags to open because we did a joint big order. So we'll see. I don't think I've ordered any purple. Do you know that? I honestly think I don't think I've ordered purple. I've had to stop buying just purple because, like, everybody doesn't want purple, do they? So I have to start thinking, no, I've been ordering more pastel colours or more neutrals. See what... But I made a boo-boo the last hobby order. Oh, if somebody bought me yarn, yeah, it would have to be purple, yeah. I'm terrible for patterns. I have to browse Etsy every day. Etsy every day for patterns. I browse the new patterns in eBay, but I've had to stop going into Pinterest because I get lost in there. You went for sparkly stuff and came back with fuzzy. I can't crochet very well with fuzzy stuff. See, we don't have couponing for yarn in England. We have sales, like, you know, Kemp's has a sale on at the moment. But there was nothing on sale that I wanted. I've got so many colours left in this green, I'm going to have to make something with it. Oh, good. Arnica's good for a bruise. Comfrey or Arnica. All right, Brittany. I used to have to do that with clothes when my husband was here. He never noticed the wool, but clothes. You know, I'd try sneaking a pair of shoes in or sneaking a dress in and hiding it in the wardrobe. And then when he wore it, he'd say, "How long have you had that?" I said, "Ages, you just haven't noticed it." I don't think he was convinced. I think he really knew it was new. But if I'd have said it, he would have said, "What do you want that for? You've got loads of, loads of things." Oh, it's just has gone midnight, yeah. I've got to do ironing tomorrow, which I hate. But seeing as it's getting warmer weather, I decided I needed the dresses that were all in the ironing pile. I've got some more dresses I need to shorten. I'm shrinking. They fitted me last year. Now I'm tripping over them at the front. I should take them out on the deck really with my sewing box and get them all shortened. Yeah, out on the decking if it's not. It looked lovely this morning, but my niece and I went out just for a little while we had a drink. But it was cold. Couldn't stop out there long. It's a bit pointless going out there with your coat on, isn't it, you know? But I do like the fresh air. I do like being out on the deck. Yeah, it was chilly today. Yesterday was nice. It did dry me washing though. I put washing out this morning. It was lovely and dry. All right, Rebecca. Good night, love. Yeah, I might not have Gigi on Monday. I don't know. But I need to sort out the garden anyway. I think there's a couple of poops on the grass I need to move before the gardener comes on Monday. I don't know what the temperature was today. But it looked a lot warmer than it was actually. The sun was shining and it looked beautiful, blue sky. When you went out there, it was a bit chilly. But it's going the right way, isn't it? We've had a couple of nice days, yeah. I think I'll do a video tomorrow showing that hobby yarn that I've got. Oh, we've got. I've got a cherry tree tomorrow, yeah. 2 a.m. You're not going to stay up till 2 a.m. to watch it, are you sure? Oh, I wouldn't be. I don't care what it was. I wouldn't want to. Oh, bye, Dawn. Your hours are getting longer now. This is going to slow me up now. By the time I get to the bottom, it's going to be like going around a blanket. Oh, buffering. Right, Dawn. I must be the only person in the world who's never watched a Game of Thrones episode. Never watched one of them. No, there's certain series everybody goes bonkers about, and I've just never watched them. You know, the ones that everybody goes crackers. Oh, have you seen this? Oh, have you watched that? No. Yeah, I never watched Bodyguard. I never watched any of the other things that were on. I'm very old-fashioned. I don't know. Must be me. Oh, I need to get me drink. I kicked it over on the floor. Incest and sex? No, that wouldn't be me either. Oh, wouldn't be me either, Nathan. No, I'm not into all this stuff from before. And The Walking Dead, I don't like that thing. That's weird. Yeah, I'm getting to feel that way myself, Denise. Night, Denise. I hope you sort your romper out. I'm strange. I don't watch things like that. You know, like the one with the motorbikes in it. I didn't watch that either. That was a bit gory. That motorbike gang thing. Oh, you're not on your own, Jane. I can't either. Don't worry about it, love. You're amongst friends in here. Good night, Christy. Good evening, Marisa. A lot of us do, Jane. I'm on a pension, so I live on a budget. If I buy yarn, it's at the sacrifice of something else. Trav's very quiet as he disappeared or gone to sleep. The Automobile Association. Well, it could be Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah. Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like the things about Walking Dead. You know, the trailers came on. I just didn't fancy it at all. It's the same with that, like I said, that motorbikey one. What was it called? I don't know. Anarchy, was it? Sons of Anarchy or something. I just didn't watch that either. To be honest, I don't see what all the fuss is about alpaca. I'd be scared to death of it shriveling up and shrinking. Yeah, Wendy, we have the same thing with when the Americans try to do the English accent. I know Fox is always cancelling all these NCISs and stuff like that. Yeah. You're there, Miguel. Yeah, I just wonder where Trevor's gone. He's disappeared. Did you miss much? We're talking about TV series now. Ooh. Oh dear. I kicked it over and now it's all fizzy. Oh. You find, don't you, that you watch a series and it's gripping all the way through. And then the ending, it sort of goes fizzle. You think, have I watched it for 8 weeks and it's the lamest ending that there's ever been? It's like, almost like they can't think of anything else to do. So it's like, right, we'll end it here now. And it's usually a lousy episode. The line keeps going light and dark. I don't know what the heck's up with this. It's like Trev said, maybe the plug needs pushing in, but it's right around the back, so I'll have to wait. Vera, oh, I love Vera, yeah. Oh, you've got to go, Gracie. Okay, bye now. Oh, well, the worst one was that Dick Van Dyke, though, I must admit. Him trying a Cockney accent was just, nope. I don't know why they don't speak in their own accents, because to be quite honest, we're so used to American accents, and we wouldn't really notice if it was in the middle of a British film if they were speaking in an American accent. It wouldn't seem so phony if they spoke in their own accent. I hate Americans trying to do the Irish accent and the Scottish accent because they can't do it. They can't do it. Most of the British accents actors can't do it either. I just hate such fake, fake Scottish and Irish accents. Even Welsh accents, they're just fake, aren't they? I'd rather people spoke in their own accent, even though it means it's odd. I'd rather that happened, really. I'm just terrible with anything that has to watch. No, I can't do accents. I'm awful at accents. Some people can pick them up quite good, can't they? But I can't. I have enough trouble with my own accent. But, it's not many actors that can really do it, really do it well. I used to like John Wayne because he never changed his accent no matter what he was supposed to be playing. Oh, excuse me. I've got hiccups now. I watched that. He's not actually posh, though, Hugh Grant. He's just... it's just that he has that accent. I don't think he's from, anywhere. He's not from anybody posh. Nope. John Wayne just had the one accent no matter what he was supposed to be playing. He never changed his accent. But somehow or another, you didn't notice. Yeah, he does, Hugh Grant, and yet he's not from a posh family. Arian can do an Australian accent. He does it really well. But I can't. I can't do accents. If I try to do them, it just makes you sound stupid, don't it? You're better off keeping your own and not sounding daft. Who asks you questions like that, Jane? No, I think you have to be born somewhere, don't you, to really do an accent. I mean, you can adopt it if you go to live in a different part of the world. I mean, I have a friend who was born and bred in London, but she married a Scottish guy. And she's been up in Scotland now for about maybe 20 years now. And she's really got a Scottish accent. But, she's just picked it up because she lives up there. Well, is somebody saying that to you, Jane, or are you saying that to me? Because I don't like making blankets. But I don't grumble if anybody else makes them. Who did Bridget Jones? Exactly, Jane. Yeah, just make what you want to make. If you like making blankets, make blankets, yeah. Yeah, Renée Zellweger, yeah. I think it depends on where you come from in America, because some American accents don't sound dead American to me. You know, they can be. I don't think he's on his boat at the moment, Miguel. I think he's in his house. No, Jane, you just do what you want to do, love. Yeah, I believe he's been a bit of a naughty boy, Hugh Grant. Is he married now? I think he's got a couple of kids, hasn't he? I think maybe his Playboy days are over. What am I crocheting? I'm crocheting a cape. A cape. That's what I'm making. There's no pattern for it. A Mancunian. Ooh. Yeah, some people like in the South, I think, you know, the deep South have got an accent that they could never take on anybody else's accent. Like some New Yorkers, you know, got a really thick accent, haven't they? But a lot of people in America don't seem to have an American accent much to me. It's kind of like a neutral accent. You know, I watch some films like, and I don't immediately say, oh, that's an American accent. You know, you're just watching a film, you just get engrossed in the film. You know, unless they're from down south or, you know, deep south or something. Yeah, it's very intriguing. I mean, it's like we've got accents in England that I doubt if somebody in America would understand them unless they got tuned in. You know, the Birmingham accent and some of the Liverpool accents are really, really strong. I get mistaken for a Yorkshire accent, but it's just a thick, broad Lancashire accent. But Lancashire and Yorkshire are so close anyway that the lines blur a bit. I don't think there's a distinct difference between Yorkshire and Lancashire. All right, Blossom. Good night, love. I think Jane Seymour's been over in America for such a long time. I can spot some accents, but other accents I can't. Yeah, I understand the Brummie. Finish my crochet? No, just put it down for a minute or two now. No, this cape's going to take me a long time because the further down I go, the wider it's going to be. It could be like crocheting a blanket. I'll be getting less and less yarn type of thing for that's supposed to be like Kelly's accent. Yeah, she's got a thicker accent than mine. I think she's from Manchester. I'm not quite sure where she was born, but she's definitely a Manchester girl. But I'm from Oldham, which is like the other side. We're not that far away from each other, but Oh, hi, Martina. Yeah. I love the fact, though, that when you listen to Zoe, 24 Karat Crochet, she'll say, accent? What accent? I don't have an accent. She always insists she doesn't have an accent. All right, Claxton Tree Crochet. Nice to have your company, love. Oh, the Queen's got a very... She's probably had elocution lessons, hasn't she, when she was young? Like the Queen's English and everything like that. I mean, when I was a kid, all the people on, the radio used to have a real, cut glass accent, They didn't have anybody on the BBC, for example, that had an accent at all, yeah. It's just... Oh, got a big groove down my nose there. Must be from my sleeping mask. I don't wear glasses, so... Well, I do wear them to read. But that groove there is permanent. I've got groove marks on my face that come from my mask. When I say my mask, can you see it goes in there, indented? There, you see an indent. That's from the strap on my breathing mask. I wear it every night and it's just digging in me. So it's obviously been digging in my nose there. Yeah. I mean, I think I've got a thick accent, but some other people's... When I used to go back to Oldham, where I come from, writing in Oldham, people used to say, oh, you talk posh. No. Maybe I do talk posh compared with the Oldham accent, because I've had to change it. I've been here 50 years. Yeah, that's what Zoe says when you say to Zoe about her accent. She'll say, I don't have an accent. So you do, Zoe. No, I don't. I mean, some people say they can't understand Sue when she comes on my channels, but I mean, I don't have any difficulty with it. The car. Why, where are you from, Wendy? I'm all right for oh, I don't bother Jane because it keeps me alive, doesn't it? So I'm not bothered about that. It's a small price to pay having dents in your face, isn't it? I'm not that posh. And Devise is in Wiltshire. I'm sure I would tune into it. Sometimes when people speak to me at first, I'm like, whoa, what's that? But then your brain kind of tunes into the accent, doesn't it? And then you start understanding people. Or a sleeping mask. No, if you can see that, can you see the dent? It's there and across. That's where the strap goes there. And then I've got one on the end of my nose there. And it's probably, if I turn around, it's probably on the other side of my face somewhere. Yeah, I find Sue easy to understand, but the number of comments I get saying, don't understand what Sue says. Obviously, it doesn't fit down here then, does it? Because I've got wrinkles down here. Yeah, it's made, there's a dent there. When I get up in the morning, you can literally see the shape of where the mask's been. Because it comes across my nose down there like that and across and under there. But it's the straps. It has straps that go there and straps that go across there. And that's what makes the... Yeah, Sue comes from, I think it's Bolton originally she's from. But she has got a very accent. Be interesting to know whether she picks up a Scottish one now she's living in the Highlands. Well, no, she's not in the Highlands, she's in the Lowlands. She's not that far over the border into Scotland, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing her. When she rang me the other day, she said she was trying to arrange to come down. But then I've got to clear some space for her to put a bed. She says, "Don't worry, I'll put my blow-up mattress on the floor in the craft room." I'm thinking, you want one of them home, well, there's no room. Yeah, Australians do talk differently than the British, I think, even though a lot of them came from Britain in the first place. But yeah, they've got a really different way, different twang. Yeah, look at that groove. It's not a wrinkle, it's a dent. You don't get a wrinkle there, do you? No, mine's not wrinkles, mine's like baggy bits under the eyes I've got. Crepe. Still not got many wrinkles for my age though. Not doing too bad. I've got my little roller. Do my little roller in. It's supposed to help to get rid of the wrinkles. I don't know whether it does or not. It's supposed to wrinkle it, go upwards like that with it. It makes you go red though, because it's very spiky. That's my beauty regime. When I was, all right, Marisa. Thanks for joining us, love. When I used to go on the dating sites, I always used to take my photographs like that, or with one hand like that, because it used to take away the wrinkle. You know, if you get it the right way, the right bit, it just takes all the wrinkles off you. But as they said in the Golden Girls, you should never look down like that, because all your face falls forward. I'm not eating my cream egg. That's my good side. I haven't got a good side. They're both bad. I don't like my side profile because you see my bottom lip started sticking out more than my top lip. I don't like that profile. A bit naughty how I used to be when I was younger. Very tame now. Very, very tame. Now, I've had my moments in my life like a lot of people, but we keep them to ourselves, don't we? All right, Lydia. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't naughty in a really bad naughty way, but yeah, I've had my moments, let's just say, in my life. Not when I was married, of course. I was very boring when I was married. But when I separated, I was, what, late 40s, early 50s, something like that. I became a teenager again for a little while. I kicked up my heels a little, let's just say. all of the things that people do, you know, in their teens and 20s. I did in my late 40s, 50s. I had a couple of years of being completely wild, and then I settled down again. It's very gooey. Not about enjoying it, it's very gooey. All right, Nathan. I'll be going very shortly when it gets to 1 o'clock. It's what, about 1:45 now. Oh, it's a sticky mess, my fingers now. Mm-hmm. What a mess. Night, Nathan. Oh, it's gooey. Mm. I'm not supposed to have one Monday because I'm diabetic, but I don't care. Little of what you fancy now and again. You can do it anyhow. As long as I don't eat them all the time or eat them every day. I wish that it meant that he'd have a lie-in in the morning for you, Sean, but no doubt he won't. Oh, you're back. Mine are in the fridge, but it's been out of the fridge empty for about 2 hours while I've been talking on here. The Queen weighing over Scotland? Yeah, I think she does. Although they have got their own parliament now. Yeah, I'm diabetic, but I'm naughty with it. I can't live my life, you know, sticking directly to a diabetic diet. I can't do it. I've got to have something, if it's only now and again. Makes me, in actual fact, when it does me good to eat chocolate every now and again because I feel so guilty after I've eaten it that I don't eat anything naughty for a couple of days. So, well, he does sleep in the morning. It would be nice if you let you have a nice sleep in tomorrow morning, you know, till about lunch. Once my son woke up, he was awake. It took him till he was a teenager, actually, to start to sleep past about 6 a.m. When he was little, oh, it was terrible for sleeping. And then when he got to be a teenager, I couldn't waken him up. You're not supposed to eat junk food. Says me, who've just been eating Pringles or whatever they're called. Pringles. I've only ate a few. I mean, at one time I'd have sat and ate the whole box, but I'm getting older. Not so silly anymore. I fancy things, but I don't have a massive appetite, if you know what I mean. The reason I'm fat is because I eat the wrong things, not because I eat tons of stuff. If I ate properly, you know, and cooked for myself and ate properly, I probably wouldn't be half as fat. It's just that I eat little and wrong. You don't have to eat much food if you're eating the wrong stuff. Yeah, my son was like that. Shah, when he got old, I could not get him. I couldn't get him to bed. And I couldn't get him up in the morning. What's my favourite breakfast? My Sunday breakfast is my favourite one, Mia. It's bacon, eggs. I used to have the whole works, you know, bacon, eggs, sausage, beans, a lot, but now I just have bacon and eggs. Sometimes I have tomatoes, but not tinned. They've got to be fresh tomatoes, just cut in half and grilled. I'm not very good with spaghetti and stuff like that. Tomorrow I've decided I'm going to, I watched Kelly's video. If you haven't watched Kelly Robinson's video, she was going through her freezer making a list of what was in there, which was a darn good idea because I've got no idea what's in mine. And making up meal plans and saying what she could make. So when I went to shopping today, I didn't buy any meat and stuff like that because I thought, no, I'm going to take everything out of the freezer, make a list of what's in there, see if there's anything out of date and throw it out. My problem with the freezer is I put things in and forget them. And then when I come to look for them, they're out of date. I think, oh, I've got some so-and-so in the freezer. I'll get that out. We'll have that for tea. I look at the date and I'm like, no. Yeah, I love hash browns as well. Don't think I've got any in there. I need to sort out. Need to do a Kelly and make an inventory of what I got in that freezer. My son said you could live for a month in that freezer. I need to sort out the fridge as well. My niece helps me, but we just put everything in the fridge, just willy-nilly. Whereas I've got to put it all in and I put it in date order. Now I definitely need to sort out that freezer because what has gone off I'll throw out. Take a notice of what I've actually got in there. I know I've got loads of fish fingers, which I don't often use, so. No, Kelly's kids have been a bit picky. So, you know, as kids do when they get that age. So she's decided, she makes meal plans, but she makes like a meal plan for about 15 different meals. And then they can choose, you know, from that meals what they actually want to eat. And then it stops them being so picky. Oh, I need to make a yarn list. It's such a daunting task. There's so much of it. I'd probably start off with willing away and then fizzle out after about a shelf. Oh, well, I'm going to go in a minute because it's almost 1 o'clock and I definitely need beauty sleep. Definitely do. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow and I'm not going to listen to the alarm. Somebody probably ring me up and wake me up, but never mind. Who's Christian? Right, Wendy. Kelly's good at that. She's always making meals up in batches. And she puts freezers on it. She puts what's the date on when she puts things in, like beef stew and stuff. No, Kristen. Well, my eyes are closing now. So I'm going to be saying goodbye. I want my bed. Yep. I'm going to bed now. Like, literally. Propping my eyes open. I'm going to fall asleep on you if I stay any longer. So I shall say goodbye to you all, and hopefully I'll see you maybe tomorrow when I do, when I opened up the yarn. I mean, I've even forgotten what I've ordered. So it'll be a shock for me to have open up the hobby and have a look at it. And then I need to take some photographs of Paris wearing her outfits. So we'll show. Yep, I'm definitely going now. My eyes are going through. So I'll say bye-bye to you, and I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.